This is the Trade Machine Podcast, Part 2. Not Part 2. We recorded both these episodes on the same day, I guess. I don't even know why I'm saying that. It's a bad start to an episode. Hunter, please save us. Say something good.
Huh?
I knew it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We got to start putting could you imagine Hunter's like a minus 5,000 favorite, Hunter's first word? Huh?
Hey, and as soon as we... Never mind. We'll talk about that off camera. Never mind.
He kind of sounds like French Montana. Marble Floors, baby. That was we played that over and over again in the car in high school, Rich.
Bro, shout out high school, bro.
Rich, what's going on?
That was the times. What's up, man?
Man, we did some crazy stuff. Everybody's like, we did crazy stuff in high school. It's like, bro, we did some stuff.
We was out here, bro. We was just okay. When I say out here, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about none of that kind of stuff. I'm talking about we was out here adventuring. We was out here doing
being adventurous,
fun
bro.
shit. We was just doing fun shit.
We were having the time of our lives, man. We weren't doing nothing illegal. I mean, it probably was illegal. Some of the stuff
might have been.
I guess never mind. I'm not even gonna. There's some.
Don't indict yourself.
Let's keep.
Let's move on.
Yourself right now.
I'm not gonna incriminate myself. So this is our last episode in the series. We've went division by division, getting ready for the start of the NBA season, which is next week. It's closer and closer. By the time you'll be listening to this, it'll only be a couple of days away. And I want to say we saved the best for last, but we didn't. I don't think this is the best division. You got a couple teams in here that are kind of eh.
We just did the best division.
And we kind of did, actually. We just did the Pacific Division. And last year, I forgot to mention this in that pod, 4 of the top 9 seeds in the West last year were in that division. That crazy?
Come on now.
Just nuts. Yeah, let's get it. We are in the Southwest Division, and we're going to start with the team that probably, by most people's accounts, had the best offseason. People are most excited about them. The team that went from good team to legitimate contender, that is the Houston Rockets. Now, we've got a little bit of question marks. Fred VanVleet tore his ACL, correct? I think is what it was. Yeah. He's out for the season.
Tough. That's so tough.
And he's a veteran point guard. He was definitely going to be their starting point guard, really important player to them. And behind him, it's either start Amen or it's time for Reed Shepherd to step up. So I'm excited to see that.
Took him number 3, so
yeah,
kind of hope he's
he barely played. Now you're basically asking him to lead your offense. We will see. But they added Kevin Durant, Clint Capella, Dorian Finney-Smith.
They re-signed Steven Adams.
They re-signed Steven Adams.
That was so big.
Smith.
That was big, re-signing Steven Adams, bro.
I don't know if they really added anyone else. I'm trying to think.
I don't think they did. But this is a really good team. This team last year we were just talking about Jalen Green and the Suns. And honestly, we were getting to the end of the pod, and I just didn't even want to talk about. We were talking about the Suns. I was like, I don't even want to talk about this team anymore.
Yeah.
But when you talk about Jalen Green, as a positive for the Suns, I just have a hard time buying in because that series against the Warriors, he has 31 in Game 2, and he did not score more than 11 in any of the other games.
That was his problem, bro.
He's supposed, and he was their go-to scorer.
Yeah.
And they go from that to maybe the greatest pure scorer of all time still in his bag, right? He's not like peak KD, but he's like probably 90%.
Fresh off a gold, though.
Still can't stop him.
Where he had a game where he dropped, where he was perfect. So he still got it.
He's got it, man. And this is probably the deepest team in the league, I think. Even more so than OKC, just because they've got they're 3 or 4 guys deep on the bench at every position. Like if you look at their depth chart, like Jason Tate is not going to get any minutes, and I like him. I think he's a good basketball player.
Questioning if they had too many players because they just kept getting centers.
Aaron Holiday is not going to play any minutes. I like him as a backup point guard.
Yeah.
Jeff Green not going to get any minutes. I like Jeff Green.
He's still in the league.
Josh Okogie. He's on this team. Okogie?
Yeah.
I mean, Clint Capella, I don't even know if he's going to get minutes.
They They gave him a pretty big contract.
But that's the big. That's the thing about contenders. You got players that could start on really any other team, virtually any other team. They could be starters on. Like you could set these guys off to be starters in each of their respective positions, but everybody's buying into winning, and like this is. I have, for those that don't know, I have an article on Substack. Richard Jones Jr. If I want to go look that up, it's called "Closing on the Opener." Definitely go read that about my boy Amin Thompson. But I'm looking forward to seeing him, bro. He's about to. I think he's going to have a special year. It may not be like record setting or anything, but I think we'll get there. But I think this is going to be a season where it's like the transition season where we see those flashes are way brighter, and his floor is way higher than what it's been. I'm excited for the Rockets.
Amin Thompson is probably my favorite up-and-coming player in the league. He has everything. Even if his shot never comes together, you're talking about an explosive player on offense.
Situation where he doesn't need the shot.
Yeah, he's like smaller Giannis. Like no joke, that's what he could be. Which is Giannis is a top 15 player.
Not saying
of all
he's
time.
Like the
But if you take
be the MVP for Giannis,
3 or 4 inches off of Giannis,
he's the point guard version of Giannis.
That's still a top 20, 30 player in the league. He's essentially point Giannis.
Yeah.
And he's that good defensively. He's what he could do as a rebounder at his size is special. And then Şengün is also just one of my favorite players in the league. I love Şengün. And if you've been paying attention at all over in Eurobasket this year or whatever it was, he was cooking.
That's another.
And he's 23. He might have a breakout year. I wouldn't be shocked.
Yes. I think he's another guy that's like, it's kind of like the Jason Tatum thing I was talking about last episode. It's like, he just gets it done, bro. It's not, you might not like watching it. It might not be your favorite player. It might not be this or that because of whatever reason. But he gets it done. And it's not a lot of guys that can, surprisingly, it's not a lot of guys that can really guard him. He just has that mental part of the game that just gets him through any matchup. You know, of course he has games. He has bad games. Everybody has bad games, but the dude is a hooper, bro. He's a hooper.
And so they've got a real big three in Kevin Durant, Şengün, and Amin Thompson. And then you surround that with just elite 3-and-D role players. Jabari Smith Jr., Tari Eason, Dorian Finney-Smith. And then you've got high floor or like really great role players in Steven Adams, Clint Capella, and then the Reed Shepherd piece, who has a high ceiling, could be the perfect player for this team if he figures it out. Hunter, what do you think?
They still have 2 players that are like that can turn out to be above that really good role player too, in Jabari Smith and Reed Shepherd. You drafted them both, I think, 3rd. They're both, still very young, and they're like not crucial pieces of your team right now because you have a core 3 that doesn't involve them. That's how good the Rockets are.
Yeah.
I'll never give up on Jabari Smith, especially now that he's got like a real.
He's been good. Like
apex scorer next to him. He's going to be able. He's a good shooter and a really good defender. I see. I'm trying to think of even just a good comp for what he could be. I don't even know, man. Like a guy that's giving you 40 plus from 3, like maybe the best versions of PJ Tucker. Maybe I don't even know, man. He could be that kind
like
of
Aaron
defender.
Gordon,
but he's not with the ball in his hands the way Aaron Gordon was. You know, like I could see a version of like Michael Porter Jr. that can play better defense, which sounds sacrilegious because Michael Porter Jr. is a better scorer.
Maybe
but
like
Smith could be that kind of shooter.
Well, he's not giving you 40. I was about to say Chris Bosh, but he's talking about 40 from 3. Nah, that's not the same.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe like prime Tobias Harris when he was on the Clippers.
There was a really good chance he was going number 1. So he has that potential to still be that good.
I like him a lot. He's the perfect kind of guy you can slate next to all these offensive stars, and he's going to give you elite defense and shooting. He's the exact kind of player that you want. What do you guys think the over-under is?
It better be like 63.
58.
63. See, we've talked a lot about Houston.
58.
52.5.
Over.
52.5. I'm smashing the over.
You're the over by like 10.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if this team. I feel like this team's going to win at least 56 games.
At least, bro, because
Kevin Durant with a good team around him.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. And then you have the coaching of Ime Udoka. That's a difference maker when you think about building chemistry on the team.
Just keep it in your pants, brother.
Yeah,
he broke a lot of chemistry.
He
had really good chemistry with the Celtics.
Too good.
Not with the owner.
But
really good chemistry.
Which I think Ime is capable of this.
Long, bro. That's crazy.
That's wild. That's wild as hell, bro.
Fumble Nia Long.
Iconic.
Okay, go ahead, Rich. I'm sorry. I went on.
You good. But
J. Cole wrote about Nia Long, and Ime Udoka fumbled her. What are we doing?
It's wild, bro. We live in a crazy world. But one thing Ime is good at is these schemes on the court. Because that man can coach. So you got a guy like that who's off the Popovich tree. And I'm greatest coach of all time in my eyes. And then you get a player like Kevin Durant, who's not your average superstar. That sounds crazy, but Kevin Durant,
a top 12 player all time.
All time. So you have an all-time player with an amazing team around him. To me, it's 60 easy for this team.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the point guard thing because one of two things are going to happen. They're going to figure it out with Amin Thompson, Reed Shepherd, or they're going to trade for. They got a ton of stuff to trade.
Yeah.
And the only question is, do we trade for someone? Is whether it's they're going to stockpile all their assets for Giannis.
I think
because that's the other thing this team could do. This team could go get Giannis halfway through the season.
True.
Got the salary filler in Van Vliet still. So
I think they could go out and get, if they were looking for something short term, as in this year. Just to bypass. They could get a low budget Fred VanVleet and maybe Tyus Jones, depending on his contract situation. But he's a really good piece to have just as like a true point guard. He doesn't need to do
that kind of player though.
Yeah.
We just said Malik Monk in the last pod. We were talking about Malik Monk.
Yeah.
This would be the perfect Malik Monk destination.
Yeah, exactly. Just a player like that can add another dimension to your offense, to your game, to your team, really.
And if they wanted to get crazy, they could go get a real guy if they wanted.
They could.
They've got the assets to get whoever they want.
I just don't.
But I think that Malik Monk, Tyus Jones, that's the world I think they live in for sure. If they were going to,
I don't think they need to go get another big name though. Just get somebody to sustain.
No, probably not.
At least this year, because y'all could figure it out this year and still contend. But when Fred VanVleet comes back, this is going to be a different team.
Yeah, or even no, Colin Sexton's too much money, but a guy like that kind
of
Quickly's a bunch of money too. But he's like 30-something million.
Yeah.
Colin Sexton's expiring though, so
yeah, but it's like 21 million expiring. They'd have to put in a real player. I don't know.
Van Vliet's also expiring though, so
it would. I guess if they wanted to do a Van Vliet for a Colin Sexton deal, but who knows?
I wouldn't do that.
I'm taking the over. Y'all are all taking the over, right?
Yep.
It sounds like it. Yeah. On to one of the teams that I think I'm really low on. I'm low on them. No, I'm just low on them, bro. I'm not even going to try and fix it. The Memphis Grizzlies. They trade Desmond Bane. Good trade. They got a lot for Desmond Bane. They got a lot for a guy that's probably never going to make an all-star team.
Ja's already
right? He might in the East because it's the East. But Ja's already talking about him being out. And Jaren Jackson Jr., great player. Right? Probably their best player.
Ty Jerome.
Ja's he's the superstar. He's the most exciting player. But Jaren Jackson Jr., he was an All-NBA player last year. I don't know if he made an All-NBA team, but he should have. Yeah. But he also hasn't been the most healthy. They drafted Oh gosh, what's his name?
I can't remember his name, but
he was D3.
The shooting guard.
Yeah. I'm looking at the roster. I can't see him. Cedric Howard. He's at the top of the list.
He was on my list. I knew I'm like, I should know this, bro. But go ahead.
I like Cedric Howard, I think, but he kind of has to be good off rip for them.
This is exactly what I was talking about. Opportunity.
He has to be good off rip because they need him. They got Omax Prosper on a two-way. That's kind of interesting, I guess. But they bring in Ty Jerome. They bring in Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and Hunter
Sorry, that one still upsets me. So,
I feel you, bro. He's
Santi Aldama.
He's so good.
Brandon Clark, Gigi Jackson, Jalen Woods. They got a lot of good players that I really like. What I don't like is I don't trust John Morant.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to. Not only to be healthy, but even when he was healthy, he's not a very good defender because he's small and he's shooting less than 30% from three.
All-NBA player he used to be.
He was shooting in the 20s from three. Like you just can't be. You can't be a poor defender and also not be able to shoot.
Yeah.
If you're going to be like a 1A superstar that's going to be the best player on a contender. Like he's a great player. You know, he's one of the most exciting players to watch, extremely talented. He's going to fill the stadium. But if he can't play defense and he can't shoot, I don't think that you can be a 1A superstar.
I put Ja and LaMelo in the same category. You love to watch
Ja, LaMelo, Trae Young, all those guys.
You love watching them. You love watching them. Like that's easy. Like they're going to get your ratings up on TV.
It's so talented, fun to watch, good players.
But especially with LaMelo and Ja, you got health plus actual on-court production. Like I'm not here. I'm not like I go. Okay, so if the Ja fans come out and try to talk shit, like look at the numbers, bro.
Hunter, clip this.
Please, just look at the numbers. Like you were just saying, John Morant has been under 30% shooting 3-point.
Yeah, he ended at 30.9%.
Well, okay, so let's say for the majority
on
of the season,
6 threes a game, he's at 30. That's crazy.
Majority of the season, he's at 30. But so there's points where he's shooting below 30% from three. And if you're not getting that back, like you were just saying, if you're not getting that back on the defensive end, like what are you really getting besides the name on the court? Like what do you really? Yeah, they're not. It's not like they were winning a lot of games. So what do you? I love Ja, bro. I'm probably one of the biggest Ja fans out there. But I'm talking about winning basketball, NBA. I'm talking about NBA. I'm not talking about one-on-one. Don't come in here and talk about like he can beat such and such one-on-one. I don't care about that. He's not winning NBA basketball games. Period.
2021-22, Ja Morant played. Oh gosh, what did I do? I pressed a thing. Whatever. Ja Morant, he finished 7th in MVP. He won Most Improved Player. He was an All-Star, and he was on the NBA's second team All-NBA. And it's the only year he shot over 34% from three. He averaged 27 a game, and he gave you 27, 6, and 7. And then this last year, did someone say 6, 7? This last year, he gives you 23, 7 assists, 4 rebounds. He's giving you less on the boards.
How many games?
He's giving you about 7 assists. He played 50 games. The year before that, he played 9 games. He's never played more than 67 games in the season.
It's just, at this point, it's meant to happen.
All the smiles.
They write themselves, bro. They write themselves, and that was his rookie year. 50 games, 9 games, 61 games, 57 games, 63 games.
I'm saying that because the proof was in the pudding, bro. Like I hate, and I'm not blaming Ja for being.
I don't want it to be true.
Right, exactly.
I love Ja,
but it's just the reality of the
But also,
situation.
you got to be. It's the reality situation. They got a decent team. Their best player is he's unreliable. So I can't be high on this team until I see it. And also, Taylor Jenkins has been a great coach for them for years, and then they fired him before the playoffs. I don't know what the hell's going on there.
Weird.
I don't even know who they got.
Who knows? I think they just hired one of the guys off the bench, maybe.
I also don't understand the Denver situation with their coach, Mike Malone. I never really got to the bottom of that.
Well, I think the GM and Mike Malone did not get along.
They're both gone now.
It was like the worst kept secret. They didn't like each other.
Yeah.
And so they decided they were going to clean house. They were going to let the GM walk in the air anyway.
Well,
he was basically done. They fired Mike Malone. But Adelman, at least they had Adelman as a on the bench who they liked, who they knew they were going to hire.
And Mike Malone will get a job. He's been commentating a little bit, which I think is great. I think he's just definitely staying around.
Mike Malone and Taylor Jenkins are good basketball coaches.
Yeah, definitely.
They'll get jobs. But at some point, this happened with Brad Stevens that year from hell with Kyrie and them, Kyrie's last season.
Yeah.
It's like eventually, like you've been the head coach for so long, your voice it doesn't feel like it resonates in the locker room anymore, and the guys stop playing as hard.
I don't think Brad's
part of it. Sometimes you just shake it up.
I don't think Brad Stevens was the head coach type. I think he his mind works better in ownership. And
he's an elite basketball mind.
Yeah.
But he's not a hoorah get in the locker room.
Exactly. That was the difference maker.
He's the perfect GM.
Because Joe Mazzulla could get some shit hyped up. Ime Udoka could probably get some shit hyped up. But Brad Stevens
Ime Udoka gets it hyped up, man.
But Brad Stevens
he gets it up on a regular. Ime Honey Pack Udoka, baby.
Hey,
okay, no,
hey,
that is not his name.
His new name is Old Honey Pack. I'm not calling him nothing else. Every time
they got Honey Pack coaching the Houston Rockets, bro.
The Rockets.
Good thing they got Jalen Green out of there. You seen that clip?
Yeah, he wilding, bro. He needs to get.
Got Josh Christopher.
I was listening to Pat Bev podcast, bro. Shout out Pat Bev and Rome, man. I love that podcast. But they were talking about how most of the news you hear about Jalen Green. I know that's kind of like. Hold up, before I go. I know that's kind of like our competitors now, but like we on the
our competitors. We got.
No.
Yeah, we're on the come up.
We on the come up. They are our competitors.
You know what? They are our competitors.
Hell yeah.
You're right, Rich.
Hell yeah. That's competition.
Pat Bev, 1-on-1, first to 11.
Oh shit, I'll take that.
Twos.
You know, I believe I could beat anybody. I don't care who it is.
I'm 5'11" and 3/4, and I weigh 320.
I'm 5'9", and I'll give you buckets, nigga. So let's go.
I will watch from the stands. I have no part of it.
I can't right now though because I'm on restrictions because I hurt my back. I actually hurt my sciatica like LeBron. That's how connected I am with the Lakers.
I can't right now. I'm on restrictions because I hurt my back, bro. We really are old.
It's hard, bro. I'm on work restrictions and shit. What was he talking about, man?
Anyways, the Memphis Grizzlies. What do you guys think their over under is?
Say 36,
45.
Whoa, Rich said 36. You said 45. It's 39.5. You guys split the middle.
Nice.
I'm taking the under.
Yeah, I'm not giving them. I just don't think Ja's going to be healthy for the majority of the season, especially a season.
Edie's out for a while too.
Yeah, and they're not going to be contending.
Edie's out for a minute. I like Jalen Wells a lot. I like Cedric Coward. These are like really good role players we're talking about.
Yeah.
They don't have anyone that can really drive their offense outside of Ty Jerome. And Ty Jerome has done it one season, so we'll see what happens.
And he's a very slow-paced player, so you kind of have to fit his play style. So it's going to be hard for them to do.
This is also a team that kind of has a culture. I mean, their coach is gone now, so that might change. But they have a culture of just playing hard, regardless of the scenario. I mean, they beat the Warriors by 50 in the playoffs without Ja. So that was a big part of it. I mean, a big part of that was probably Taylor Jenkins. But again, this team, I'm not saying they're going to contend, but they can probably give people some problems. And those closeout games.
Yeah, they're going to be good.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be bad, but I don't think they're going to actually contend.
I don't either. Nothing close to that.
You know? And when you're paying John Moran what you're paying him, and you're paying Jaren Jackson what you're paying him, you should be contending. But it is what it is. Next team, I really think this is the sleeping giant of the NBA. One of these next two teams, we're going to come out, or maybe both of them, by the end of the year, we're going to talk about them as if like they're a surefire contender going forward. One of maybe both. But this team was the butt of every joke.
Dallas Mavericks, no.
This team was ridiculed, but Nico knew. He knew.
No, it was still a bad trade.
He knew.
Still a bad trade.
It was rigged, but everything is.
If you, Hunter, just hear me out. Hear me out. Would you trade Luka Doncic for Cooper Flagg, Anthony Davis, and Max Christie, and a first?
First off, You can't throw Cooper Flag in the trade when you didn't know he would be part of the trade.
He's on the team, ain't
he? Not part of the trade.
He's on the team. He would have been on the team if Luka was there.
Not part of the trade.
He's on the team.
He's not part of the trade.
Nico knew. He knew.
It's the Zion thing where they jumped all the way from bottom of the leaderboard from the lottery after trading away a superstar.
Nico big-brained all of us. I love this team. I think this is a sleeping giant in the NBA. I no joke, I think this team could actually win the finals.
I do too.
I think there's a real world where the Dallas Mavericks will win the finals. They don't have Kyrie for the first probably half of the year. He might be back in February, March, right around trade deadline. But, I mean, like I said, when I'm judging a team going into the season, I want them to have at least 10 players that I can get excited about. Because a couple of them usually get hurt, a couple of them don't pan out. They're young guys or something like that, and then you have about an 8-man rotation going into the playoffs. That's usually the way I want to feel about a team. Just like the Clippers, they have 2 starting lineups worth of good players. I mean, D'Lo, he's fine. I'm not a D'Lo guy. I used to be a D'Lo guy. In 2025, I'm not really a D'Lo guy. But
above average starter most of the time.
He'll be okay. He'll be okay. I don't think he's an above average starter. I think he's a below average.
He'll be good for what they need him for until Kyrie gets back.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. That's Kyrie's spot. But again, we've got Klay Thompson, Anthony Davis, and Kyrie Irving. 3 champions. 3 champions on the team. Klay Thompson isn't who he used to be. Kyrie and AD are still that, though.
Yeah.
And Klay Thompson is still one of the best shooters in the league, just not the same defender. And then the 3-and-D guys they have, Max Christie, Najee Marshall, Derek Lively, P.J. Washington, Daniel Gafford, and the best of them all, Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag is going to be awesome right away. I'm just convinced of it.
Right away.
I don't know if he's going to be like a great scorer right away, but
his
who cares?
Offense might not be good.
Elite defender.
He's a hooper, bro.
He's going to be out of this world.
He's just a hooper.
He was the second youngest. I think he was the youngest player in college.
He was the second youngest player ever drafted.
Second youngest player in college. Youngest or second youngest player in college. And he was the best player in college basketball.
Yeah.
And now you're talking about college basketball. You got guys that are 24, 25.
He was probably the youngest player in college.
He might have been. He was right there.
Because he's the second youngest player ever drafted I think it was, under LeBron by only 100 days or something.
Yeah.
This team is stacked. Anthony Davis, top 10 player in the NBA. Kyrie, still one of the best point guards in the league. I didn't even mention Caleb Martin when I was talking 3-and-D. I always forget about guys on this team because they're so loaded. P.J. Washington, they signed to a great deal. Daniel Gafford, they signed to a great deal. Derek Lively, great deal. I still think the sneaky best trade in the league is Derek Lively for Austin Reeves. And those 2 teams will not ever trade with each other again. But I think
that, honestly,
you get them a real 5, and then the Mavericks get a guy that can run the offense until Kyrie comes back, and then when Kyrie does come back, you can slot Austin Reeves right there.
Yeah.
And then just let Luka be the point guard with a real a 5 that he's really good with. I still think it's the sneaky best trade in the league.
Hey, that's not too bad though.
I don't think it's going to happen. I think Nico might actually
investigate,
burn him at the stake in the middle of Dallas.
Yeah.
If he ever tried to trade with the Lakers ever again, who even cares?
Unless getting Luka back
Flag,
to hit any deal he does.
Cooper Flag's going to be awesome right away. And the crazy thing is he doesn't need to be the best player on the team. He doesn't need to be the second best player on the team. He's probably going to be the third best player on this team, and they could be a legit championship contender. They're going to be one of the best defenses in the league, and as long as they can just stay afloat until Kyrie comes back, they're going to have an elite offense as well. I think this team could easily win the finals. They're probably my favorite team on paper right now, outside of the OKC, Denver contenders that all of us know about.
Yeah.
Do you guys disagree? I feel like this team is...
Nah, bro. I think I'll say it over and over again. Cooper Flag is just different, bro. This is one of those... And people are coming in expecting him to jump as high as LeBron or, have the mentality of Kobe. This is not something you've seen before. This is one of those things where Cooper Flag is going to give us something that we've never really seen. And those are always the best players that come out and just change the dynamic of basketball. I think Cooper Flag just has the the drive and the mindset to do that, and the skill.
Yeah, Cooper Flag is probably the most NBA ready prospect since Anthony Davis, because of how elite Anthony Davis was as a rim protector.
Yeah,
and I just don't think we understand how good Anthony Davis is. If Anthony Davis can stay healthy, which he had a hard time last year, but he was healthy for like 3 years before that.
If you don't know how good Anthony Davis is, just go look up Pelicans highlights. That was peak Anthony Davis. Like,
dude,
like he's
good as anyone when he's actually healthy.
Like he's
and that 2020 year before COVID,
yeah,
it was special stuff. And last year, we forget the first 2 months of the season, Anthony Davis was the front runner for MVP.
Yeah, he was healthy, bro.
He was doing special stuff.
That was so big for the Lakers at that time. He was just healthy.
They have so many good players. I don't see a way that this team isn't at least good. Dante Exum on the team. He's been good for them the last couple of years.
Yeah, he's that role player that you need to win. Not one of those guys.
So, and really the only guy on the injury report right now is Kyrie. He'll be out for a minute. But also, like, he's going to come back. They're trying to play it, like, safe and say whether he's going to come back. He tore his ACL with, like, 3 months left in the season. He's going to come back.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Yeah.
But Kyrie is weird, so Kyrie's Kyrie. So maybe he relapses on whatever he was doing in Brooklyn. Who knows? But
I hope not. I don't want to see.
Let's see what their over-under is. I would like to. I like Kyrie again, and oh, wow.
46.
What do you think their over-under is, Hunter?
43.
It's 40.
Really?
40.5. Yeah, I'm smashing the over
for sure.
Never mind. I'm looking at that 40.5, that over, the way Ime Udoka looks at the honey packs on his.
I'm glad you decided to say it anyway.
He said, "Never mind." I didn't even take a second to stop to think. He was saying.
No, I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna say it." Oh man, shout out Honey Pack.
Thinking, no,
the Houston Honey Pack. Another sleeping giant, the San Antonio Spurs. They had the number 2 overall pick, Dylan Harper. They brought in De'Aaron Fox last year. They bring in the best center in the league, Luke Cornett, probably the most promising young center in the league. And then they also have a guy named Victor Wembanyama on their team to play with Jeremy Sohan and Carter Bryant, their 14th overall pick, Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes, Kelly Olynyk. Do you think this is the year, Hunter, or do you think we're 1 year away?
Still a lot of injuries on this team that everyone has to get healthy from. I think you got 1 more year.
I think there's 1 more year. I was watching the
I think they'll be good. I don't think they're the real contender yet.
Probably. I don't know, though. I think there's a world where this team could win 58, 60 games.
I think people are sleeping on
De'Aaron Fox. They could. I just don't think it's this year.
What about De'Aaron Fox?
I just think people are asleep on him.
He was so good a couple of years ago, man. And then he was playing, getting used to a new system, and then he ended up getting hurt. I think he's going to have a huge year. And then I love Dylan Harper. We talked about Dylan Harper ad nauseum at the draft on our draft pod. Go back and listen to it. This team is stacked. And I was looking, they just played a preseason game a couple of nights ago. I was like, Victor Wembanyama had like 22 and 7. I'm like, oh, that's cool, whatever. And I looked at the box score, 16 minutes. 16 minutes, he had 22 and 7.
It's crazy, bro.
Like, what are we doing?
Victor Wembanyama is just like, and I'm like, of course the league is kind of giving him his flowers right now, but he just ruined the league, bro. Like, what are you supposed to do?
Really did.
What do you do? Who do you put on Victor? Like, this is what is he, about 21 this year?
I think they're going to have to resort to criminal violence.
That's the only way, bro, because you have to get him down to your level. Like,
could you imagine, like, 6 months from now, we found out that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has hired an assassin to get Victor Wembanyama?
Bro, he would. Shai would be the assassin, though.
Shai would be the assassin. You're right, man. They call Steph the baby-faced assassin. Maybe he just might. Fine, I'll do it myself. That'd be crazy. This team's stacked. Rich, do you think it's this year? You think they're a year away from being legit contenders?
I think it's not impossible this year, but I think they have some ironing out to do. Just in terms of because Pop isn't there. If he was there, then maybe they could pull it together this year. Well, she's still involved. I'm just saying, like on the court with him in the game,
yeah,
different
for sure.
But I do think Victor Wembanyama is the type of person because we talk about his game a lot, but just the person that Victor Wembanyama is, like the leader that he is, I think he can get people to rally behind him and they can make a run for sure. But I just think they just don't know each other's tendencies that well yet. There's not a lot of chemistry with the team, and typically that's the difference maker when it comes to you winning versus you losing. Now, could they just be that good? I don't think I have that much faith in the rest of the team after Victor Wembanyama to say that. But I do think Victor is just a special breed of person and player to where he could fire up some guys to rally behind him. You saw how emotional he was when they lost in the International League to USA. He loves the game, bro. He loves this motherfucker reads. He just reads. Anybody that reads, like I respect you.
Bro, I've been reading.
Nope.
I've been reading, bro.
Not go with the sentence.
I've been reading like fiction books.
Like I want to read more, bro. Like I read stuff, but I don't read I don't sit down and read books like dive into a book. I just don't.
I'll put you on.
I just don't. But yeah,
I read 7 books in the month of September.
That's beautiful, bro. I wish I could sit down and do. I do audiobook stuff. If I get more audiobooks, I will listen to audiobooks for sure.
I'll put you on game too. I got you.
But yeah, Victor he's a special guy, bro. So he could definitely. He's the type of guy I could see making his team, get it together. Let's do it now. Like why wait, kind of thing. But they would also have to produce.
I love the roster, but I do think you're right. Dylan Harper, Carter Bryant, give them a year to figure it out. Yeah. They are rookies. Stephon Castle,
De'Aaron Fox is missing the start of the season too.
They're gonna have to figure out how to play together. Yeah, it might take some time. But
it's not impossible,
I also wouldn't be surprised if the team won 60 games and was in the Western Conference Finals.
I mean, yeah.
Because Wemby is that good, and they're the talent. Stephon Castle, Carter Bryant, De'Aaron Fox, Dylan Harper, Jeremy Sohan, Harrison Barnes, Keldon Johnson, Julian Champagnie, the biggest free agent signing of the year, Luke Cornett. I mean, they're just stacked. Kelly Olynyk, what you know about that, Hunter?
Luke Cornett's gonna be good for them now.
Don't like him.
Speaking of secret assassins, Kelly Olynyk just broke
for no
Kevin
reason
Love's shoulder in broad daylight.
You say he broke what?
Bro, he took his shoulder and just yoinked it. Kevin Love's shoulder.
Just grabbed Kevin Love's arm and just pulled for no reason.
Because he's
back in 2015.
Yeah,
when it was,
I remember that.
Yeah, when it was basically just LeBron against the Warriors' first title. Kind of fraudulent, if you ask me, but I'm just kidding.
A little bit. Asterisk. Is that's when Dellavedova was guarding him, wasn't it? Like their first one.
Yeah, Delly was going crazy.
Delly gave it all he had, man.
I'm gonna tell you guys the over/under. 43.5. I'm taking the over.
Over.
I'll give it 45.
Yeah,
I like it over.
At least a 45-1 team in my book.
Yeah.
43.5. I like it. On to the last team. We've made it to the end, and we saved the most confusing team in the NBA for it. They traded away their first-round pick this next year, unprotected, to trade up and get Derek Queen. They have Jeremiah Fears, Herb Jones, Jordan Poole. They brought in Jordan Poole. Who else did they bring?
Skinny Zion, though.
Kevon Looney.
And that's what I'm going to say. I'm in. I think I'm in. All I needed to see was Zion.
Like, not just a little bit, like really Zion. Skinny Zion.
Ripped Zion is going. I'm in. I don't even know what else to say.
That changes a lot, bro. Because Zion is like him, bro. Like he's supposed to be done by now, but he's actually really young for what people like. I think he's a lot younger than what people expect. Let me see.
He's 24, 25. He just turned 25.
Okay, well, yeah, but like he seems like he's been in the league for so long at this point, but he's still young, bro. And I think he still has. We still have yet to see Zion's best, which is,
And I would have maybe disagreed with you 6 months ago, but I'm telling you, like the interviews, what he's done this offseason to his, he just looks. And I love so many players on this team. I don't know how they're going to fit together, but I love so many players on this team. Trey Murphy is probably the second best player on the team, I think.
He's a bucket.
DeJounte Murray's probably going to be out most of the year. He tore his Achilles in January, so I would be shocked if he came back.
He's a dog.
He's a dog, too. But Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, I don't know what to do with this team. They're either going to be really good or really bad, I think. There's not going to be an in-between.
As long as Zion cuts that damn goatee off, they should be fine.
You don't like him, man?
He looks like Bobby Porter just a little bit.
Man.
I'm like, no.
He looks like a distinguished gentleman.
Fuck.
Hunter, what do you think?
I think the Pelicans will be not great, but better than what everyone thought.
Do you think they're going to win more than 30 and a half games?
Yes. Not more than 40, but mid-30s.
I'll give them 33 at the most.
Because they got talented players. It's not like where you're like the Nets and you don't really have anyone that you can look at and say, well, we know he's really good. They have
Before
a few
Skinny
guys
Zion, I would have taken the under. But Skinny Zion, Hunter, I'm in.
But if he's...
What do you think about Zion's body, Hunter?
Stop licking your lips again.
I'm not licking my lips. I bit it, and I looked you in the eye. Now tell me what you think about Zion's body.
I haven't looked that much. Don't look at me like that. I'm lying. We're not all looking at every single man all the time. It just
not all of them, but some of them at least.
Ooh.
Zion wrote our job. Our job is to determine the best athletes in the NBA. How else do you do that?
First it was Cat, now it's Zion. Which one? Who's next for you?
I'm not interested in Karl Anthony Towns.
But
you talked a lot about him. You talked about his hips a lot.
I said he had abnormally high hips. Yes, I did say that.
And then licked your lips. No.
I did. No, I did not. No, I did not. I did not lick my lips when I thought about Cat.
I have the clip. I have
Hunter,
the clip.
After all that,
she even knows clips.
Look, Zion, Skinny Zion, I'm taking the over. This team's winning 48 games. No, I'm just kidding. But
what was it? You said it was 30?
They're probably going to win high 30s. 30 and a half, bro. They got to win 31 games to hit the over.
I'll take the over.
Let's do it. Hunter, what you doing? Taking the over, under?
I already said like mid-30s.
Because if the Zion is who he's supposed to have been by now, it's gonna be different. People like that's gonna change a lot of stuff.
I think we're gonna see more point Zion, Jordan Poole playing off the wing.
Good. He's just never healthy.
Right.
Imagine point Zion. You put Jordan Poole, Trey Murphy, Herb Jones out there. So the shooting with Trey Murphy, Jordan Poole, and then at the 5 you can put whoever, Kevon Looney, Derek Queen, you name Yves Missy.
Yeah.
You name it. I like it. I like it a lot.
Could be sneaky.
That's it. We did every team.
Woo.
The next time you see us, we're gonna do some little predictions. We might hop in here and do a little quick pod. Just do some quick predictions for MVP, champion, all that fun stuff. But for the most part, next time you see us, you'll probably have already watched some NBA basketball. So that'll be fun. It's going to be a good season. Follow the trade machine wherever you. We're going to be doing a lot of trade machine segments too. Once we get closer to the trade deadline, it's going to be fun.
We haven't really had a
Peace
point
out.
of the name yet.
Go Chiefs.
Amen.
Hunter, shut the hell up.
No.